Okay, so here we have a new tank. This is the Tier 7 Japanese TD on the new Japanese TD line. This one I think is very similar to the higher tier ones in that very strongly armoured superstructure, good gun that's accurate, and in this case has reasonable pen and also a good rate of fire. You can't see it on the replay, but it's just in the low 7 seconds I think for a reload, which is pretty good. Gives it a good solid DPM of sort of round about, you know, 2300 mark, something like that. The gun's a 105 I think, or a 100. It does about 300 damage. I thought that was destructible, but no, it's not. There's nothing coming down there. Now, I've set this thing up with a rammer, improved hardening, which gives me a HP boost and a turbo, because these things are quite nimble for fixed superstructure tanks, which is really important. You need these things to be able to turn quickly. Who put that bloody street light right in the way of where I'm aiming? That's very unfortunate. Maybe I did, but I knocked it over. Doesn't look like they're going to push around, far from it. It looks like our guys are doing most of the pushing at this stage. So I might need to relocate. But yeah, this thing has 250mm of frontal armour on the turret. The lower plate is definitely significantly less than that, and is very pennable. The little cupola on top is also a weak spot, but it's relatively, you know, it's not small, but it's also not gigantic. Let's see what we can do against these enemy heavies, and there's at least 3 or 4 of them over here. There's one right there. Put one into his lower plate and pull back, and he bounces us. Really didn't want to take one. Oh, he's gone. Now my heavies come and get him away, of course. Oh, come on, guys. There we go. That's all I wanted to do. You just have to get out of the way. See, you should have got out of the way earlier. Oh, we've got one on our side there. I need to pull back behind that building. You can see the frontal armour is holding up really well even against these tier 7 heavies. I'm just trying to figure out how I can work my way out there without showing him too much of my side armour. He almost had a shot on me there. There he is again. We'll see if we can get him on that. Yes, we've pinned him down now, tracked him. And just keep popping them into him. So this is doing about, I think it is about a 310, something like that, alpha. Which is quite good at tier 7 for a TD that has this rapid rate of fire. Oh, he just escaped me. Alright, so he's gone. Now it's time to go out on top of the hill here and try and get the guy that was shooting at me earlier. Oh, a bit slow there. You can shoot on the move with this thing, it's not too bad, but the limited traverse makes it a little bit difficult. It's not the worst traverse in the world, but it certainly isn't great. It's probably a bit lucky. Ruined his day then, that's good. And now we'll push up here. So it's a pretty quick game. we're only 5 minutes into this game and clearly on top. I suppose that's what they say the normal meta is now, but not so much at tier 7. Tier 7 still pretty much plays like it always used to. Well, I must admit, this tank is certainly very good at tier 7. Its armour just does hold up. 250 mil of armour on the superstructure. If you can get this thing hulled down and people don't work out or aren't accurate enough to shoot you in the coupler, it's really hard for them to take you out. Anyway, we'll see what else we can get here. Oh, there we go. Now, what have we got here? The SU-100 is probably regarded as one of the best TDs at tier 6. See here, just he's got no hope. Mind you, he can't even see us and he's facing the wrong way. His gun would really struggle to pen this thing. So we've now done over 3,000 damage. The trouble is, everybody's so far away, we're not really going to be able to get probably any more damage at this point. But a fairly easy win. Alright, let's see if we can figure out where this AMX is. There it is. Can we get anywhere near him? Probably not, he's very fast. But we'll try, why not? There's no point in capping. Mind you, probably capping is the only way we'll win this game if we can't catch this guy. You can see this thing's relatively mobile. I mean, it's not incredibly fast or anything, but it can do 35, 36, 37, even up to in the low 40s. And it turns quite well too. See though, with the limited traverse, it makes it really hard to shoot something that's buzzing around like that at any sort of distance. Now this guy's just too stealthy, he's going to sneak away and disappear. But we've got 2 guys on the cap, so we'll probably be capped fairly quickly, certainly before he can get back anywhere near the base. Okay, so we know he's up in front of us somewhere. I was thinking maybe that way, but I'd say actually he was to the right and he was running. He wasn't going to stop and shoot me to get his position away. He was obviously quite a good player, and they are a very good tank, the 1357, little premium version of the AMX. But anyway, this thing, yeah, it's probably a little bit overpowered at tier 7. I'm finding it very, very good at this stage because it bounces, it's got a really good gun, it's got a good rate of fire, alpha is not bad, all in all a good tank.